You are about to practice Beginner's Yoga Flow. Welcome to the Fightmaster Yoga channel. I'm Lesley Fightmaster. This is day 25 of our Yoga for Beginners 30-day challenge. Today's flow will focus on some balance. Now, it's important to remember, balance is always different on different days. So, if you fall out of the pose, don't take it personally and just come right back in. You will see that I was struggling today with my balance. So remember, you're just doing an absolutely amazing job by showing up, and the results of your practice, whether or not you do the poses correctly or not, just doesn't matter. So do what you can, rest when you need to, and let's get started. Today's winner of the Jade Yoga Mat is Priscilla Gonzalez from Houston, Texas. Congratulations, Priscilla. If you would like to win a yoga mat from Jade Yoga, you can still do it. All you have to do is go to fightmasteryoga.com/free mat and enter to win. But you have to subscribe to Fightmaster Yoga and push the like button. Push it if you've ever fallen out of a balance pose like you're about to see me do. Let's begin sitting nice and tall and close your eyes. Take a couple of nice, long, smooth Ujjayi breaths. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. May you find your balance today, not only on your mat, but in your mind, your body, and your soul. And then releasing, we'll make our way into child's pose. Take your hips back to your heels and extend the arms in front for a couple of breaths, straightening out through the elbows, gently pressing on the mat to stretch the back. Exhale, sweep your hands to your low back and interlace your fingers, hook your thumbs, or you could hold a towel. Inhale, start to lift your arms up toward the ceiling, rolling the shoulder heads away from the mat gently, and unlocking the elbows. Release, unclasp, and again, reach your arms forward just for a breath or two. Gently press into the mat to lengthen your spine. Once again, sweep the hands back, interlacing the other pinky or thumb on top. Inhale, lifting the arms. If that's too tight for your shoulders, then hold on to a towel or a strap, whatever you have handy. Slowly release, again reaching arms forward, and this time come up to your hands and knees and slide your wrists under your shoulders and knees under hips. Inhale, extend the right leg back and then lift it up from the inner thigh, dropping your outer hip down. Pull in through the ribs and belly, extending left arm forward and hold here, drawing the belly muscles in and up and reaching through the arm and the leg. And then release. There were a couple of people walking by. Inhale your left leg up, right arm forward, and they said as they're walking by, I guess she means we should go that way. Anyway, I was laughing. Pull your ribs and belly in here as you stretch through the arm and the leg, and then release it and set it back down. Take a breath here. We're going to add on a little bit to this. So right leg back again, left arm forward, lift the right leg from the inner thigh, dropping the outer hip as you exhale. Pull your elbow and your knee right down the center. Inhale, extend, keep the belly lifted. Exhale, slowly drawing knee and elbow into center. Inhale, extend, drop that right hip again. Exhale, pull it in like you're moving through water. Lift the ribs and belly. Reach out as you inhale, pause, and then exhale, release back to table. And we'll do the other side. So the right arm forward, left leg back. Keep those hips nice and level. So drop the outer left hip. As you take your next exhale, pull the elbow and knee into center. Inhale, reach. Really using the belly muscles here. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extending out, let the shoulder blades relax. Exhale, slowly bring it in. And inhale, reach out, pausing for a moment. Again, drop that outer left hip and release back into table. Walk your hands about a handprint forward, turn the inner elbows forward, tuck the toes for down dog, and then just bicycle your legs any way you like. So today's class, we will be focusing on balance. And it might get a little bit tricky. So bend both knees, stretch back, but do the best that you can. And if you fall out, well, I did too, so no worries. Just come right back in. Stretching your spine, arms, shoulders distance, feet hips width. Inhale, make your way to plank pose. Take your knees down, keep your belly lifted, hug the elbows in, lower everything down at once. Hands by low ribs, peel the chest up, cobra. Lengthen sitting bones to heels. And now tuck the toes under, see if you can press straight up with your knees down, and then lift back into down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Arms and ears in line, move the weight up to the hips, and then inhale, reach the right leg up. Let's bend the knee and stretch that hip open. So we'll let that right hip come up. Now, squaring off the hips, draw the thigh in toward the belly, keeping belly lifted, and step it up by the right hand, taking the left knee down. Make sure your right knee's over your ankle, so make any adjustments. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Lengthen through your lower back, pull your ribs and belly in. Then bending your right arm, take it toward the upper back with your left hand on the right elbow. So stretching in the shoulder a little bit more. Breathing here, and then release it. Back toes tuck under to plank pose. Now knees can always be down, it's your choice. Shift forward about an inch, lower slowly to the floor. Hands by low ribs, inhale little cobra or maybe a little bit higher as long as your back is okay with it. Keep lengthening sitting bones to heels. Exhale, down dog. Stretching back, lift your right leg up first from the inner thigh so hips are level, and then bending the knee and opening up through that hip. Give it a nice little stretch. Press evenly back through arms and shoulders. Square off the hips again. As you exhale, draw the left knee in toward the belly. Press away from the floor using those belly muscles, and then step it up by the left hand. Right knee down. Make sure the left knee's over the ankle. Pull the left hip back as you sink forward. Draw in through the ribs and belly. Reach both arms up. And then bending your left arm. Left hand comes toward the upper back. Right hand on top of left elbow. Spin that left tricep in toward the face if you can. Inhale, release. Hands on either side of the foot. Back to plank pose. So remember, always your choice. Knees up or down. Shift forward, chaturanga, all the way down, or you can hover. Then inhale to little cobra or high cobra, or maybe upward facing dog. If you're in up dog, thighs and knees up, shoulders above wrists. Exhale, tuck the toes for down dog. Even out your breath. Remember, you can always push pause, take a break whenever you need one. Take another long breath in, exhale it out, bend the knees, and step your feet forward to the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway up. Exhale, fold, bending the knees as much as you need. Press through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up. And exhale, bring hands to heart. I'm going to do a little balancing. So grounding through the left leg, we'll pick up the right foot, take it anywhere above or below the knee for tree pose. Bring the hands together at your heart. Find a spot to focus on that isn't moving. Sweep the arms up when you're ready. Keep your steady gazing point. Pull in through your belly. Drop your right hip down as you squeeze the left hip in. Now, point the knee forward, extend the right leg forward on an inhale, bring hands to heart, start to sweep it back. You can touch it down as needed, but if you can, lift that right leg up again from the inner thigh, dropping the outer hip. That's warrior 3, and then release back to center. Just a brief warrior 3. Ground through the right leg. We'll pick up the left foot. Take it anywhere above or below the knee. Press the foot into the leg back into the foot. Hands to heart center. Sweep the arms up as you're ready. Steady focal point, again, helps with balance. Now, just so you know, I'm on a little hill. That's my excuse at least. Point the knee forward, extend the leg forward, holding, using the belly muscles, then hands to heart. Sweep it back, touch it down if needed, and then begin to lift it from the inner thigh, dropping the outer hip down. And if it comes down, and just lift it up again. Pointing the toes straight to the floor will help keep the hips level. All right, release. I was starting to rethink my whole class after that, but I went with it. Bend the knees, drop the hips, come to chair pose on an inhale. Exhale, belly to thighs and fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step to plank. Lower through chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhaling to up dog or cobra, always your choice. And exhaling to downward facing dog. As you inhale, float the right leg back and up, lift it from the inner thigh. Hug it in for a moment, and then step it up by the right hand. This time we'll stay on the ball of the back foot, but you can always take the knee down as needed. If the knee is up, bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis forward, pull the right hip back. And now take your arms out to shoulder height. Right arm on top of left. You could touch your shoulders or touch your palms. Lifting the chest. This is Garudasana or eagle arms. Make sure the right knee stays over the ankle, pointed straight ahead. Sweep the arms up. Inhale to release them. Exhale the hands down to plank pose. Or you can go right into down dog and stay. Or lower through chaturanga. Shoulders no lower than the elbows, whether your knees are up or down if the elbows bend. Inhaling to up dog or cobra. And exhaling to down dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts from the inner thigh with level hips. Exhale, hug it into the belly for a moment and then step it up. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, come on up. Bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis forward, sip in the belly as you straighten through that back leg. Take your arms out to shoulder height with left arm over right, touching the shoulders, or left arm over right for Garudasana arms, palms touching. You could even touch the backs of your hands. Draw the front ribs in. Lift the elbows gently as you reach your fingertips up. Release. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Take them down. You can go right into down dog or return to plank and lower chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, returning down dog. Breathe here. Remember, you can always take the knees down and rest as you need. Take another long breath. Exhale it out. Bend the knees, lightly step or hop feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen, halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Now bend the knees, drop the hips, chair pose for a moment, lengthen the tailbone, and then exhale to Tadasana or Samastitihi. So bending both knees and cross your right leg on top of the left, either once or wrap it all the way around. Inhale your arms out to the sides with the left arm over right. You can touch your shoulders or touch your palms, lifting the elbows from here. Pull the belly in and up. Breathing. Steady breath here. Now slowly uncross your top leg and leaning forward, begin to set it down. Now make sure your left knee is over your ankle as you return to crescent pose. Keep length in the lower back. Lifting the elbows gently if you have them entwined. And then keep your steady gazing point as you lean forward again to step your back leg and wrap it around again, either once or you can wrap it around the calf, pointing hip bones forward. And then release back to Tadasana. Bend both knees a little bit. We'll ground down through the right leg, crossing the left over top. Point the hips forward, arms out to the sides. Right arm on left arm. Either touch the shoulders or bring them into eagle arms. Keep the chest lifted, lifting fingertips up. Keep your steady gaze. Uncross your top leg. You might step it back first and then lift it from the inner thigh. As you slowly set it down, make sure your front knee is over your ankle. Draw in through the ribs and belly here. Keep the front hip drawing back, opening the chest, stretching the shoulders. Now keep your steady gazing point again as you lean over that front leg. Start to pick up the back leg, wrap it around once, or maybe wrap it around the calf as well. Sink down a bit, squeezing outer hips and inner thighs. Release the arms, release the leg. You did great. Back to Tadasana. Take a couple breaths and then inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge from your hip creases and fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway up. Exhale, returning to plank pose. Keep the belly lifted, hug your elbows in as you slowly make it to your belly. Arms alongside, palms facing in, feet are hips width apart. Pull your belly in, lengthen butt to heels. Inhale, Shalabhasana, lift everything up. Roll your shoulder heads away from the mat. Keep your inner thighs spinning up, but keep lengthening your tailbone toward the backs of the knees. Release and rest. Let everything be heavy and relaxed for a moment. And then arms alongside the body again. Pull the belly in, lengthen sitting bones to heels. Inhale to lift. Keeping the back of your neck long. You can stay there or bend the knees, reaching back for the little toe sides of the feet, pressing up and then back. Try to not let your knees go wider than hips width apart if you have your feet. Slowly let it go. Rest a moment. Then bring your hands by your low ribs, pressing up onto the knees. Take the hips to the heels, child's pose. Press lightly on the hands so you can stretch out your back, getting some nice length there as you breathe, long, smooth breaths. On your inhale, come back up onto the hands and knees, then take your hips over to one side as you sweep the legs in front. Now, with your hands or not, lower all the way to your mat. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Drop your knees to the right. Look over the left shoulder. If you want a deeper twist, put your right ankle just above your left knee. Make sure the feet stay wide for this one. Inhale, head to center and feet still wide. Now drop the knees over to the left, looking right. And then you could pick up your top foot, putting it on the opposite knee. Or twist to the other side. I may have said which side to go to incorrectly, but do both sides. Return to center. Now hug your knees into your chest and gently rock a little side to side. Now we're going to open the legs, hold on behind the thighs, hold the ankles, or grab the little toe sides of the feet for happy baby. And gently rock yourself side to side as you lengthen through the lower back. And now releasing the feet to the floor, lengthen your sitting bones away from your waist. Extend your legs out, let your feet flop open. Take your arms away from the sides of your body, palms up, and just come to natural breathing. Let yourself be heavy. Release any tension in the shoulders, the jaw, and rest. Our quote today comes from Pema Chodron. Inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person or event to control your emotions. Rest. I'll be back in a moment. Gently begin to deepen your breath. And start to make little movements in your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Inhale, take a long stretch overhead. And then bend your knees and roll onto your right side. Pause a moment here to thank yourself for taking your practice today. Slowly make your way up to seated. Crossing your shins, hands together. Bring your hands to your forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart center, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to the mouth, reminding you to have clear and loving communication, sending positive energy out to all beings everywhere. Namaste. I'm so glad that you joined me today. And regardless of how the balancing worked out for you, you did an amazing job. Hey, the balancing didn't work out all that great for me, so it's all good. Now, if you're still here at the very end of our video, our special word today, guess what it is? It's balance. So if you heard the word balance at the end of our video, leave it for me below in the comments, and I know you were with me the whole time. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.